Hello. I think we are live now. Let me double check on my phone, make sure that we are in fact live streaming, live broadcasting. I have not streamed in almost 3 weeks, but once I see that we are live, okay, yeah, good news, we are live. I think people should be able to hear me. Yeah, my microphone's on, my game capture's working. Hello, and welcome to the preseason for Season 2 of the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. So, it's been a little while since we streamed, about almost 3 weeks as mentioned, but we are going to load some Amiibo real quick because I forgot how to stream. So, let's bring in the preseason rosters. We're going to get started with, let's see, we need Dynamic versus Ditto. So it's gonna be a little while to load this Amiibo. That'll let people come in, all that. I really should have set up just an intermission match. By the way, yes, the intermission tournament still exists. We might get that tournament done tonight, maybe. I'm not completely sure. Let's see, the intermission tournament last time we were here, we were at it was losers round 3, so we're gonna determine losers top 12, all that over there. But as for your dynamic, so, for those of you who are not in the Discord server, we finished Season 1 of the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. Your champions were the Dynamic Duo. Since then, we are going to get started with Season 2 soon. This is the preseason for Season 2 because we had one team fold and we added 3 new expansion teams. On top of that, we had a regular draft which introduced even more Amiibo to this league. So, in order to figure out team dynamics, we're having a 4-round preseason. This part of the streams will not be featured in the video for Season 2. I also have started development for the video for Season 1. I'm going to try to get the video for Season 1 out in June. But let's see, we need to load Bunswee's Meta Knight. And then it's going to be Luckman's Hero. As you can see, it's taking a little while for me to load the Amiibo. This is why I usually go to intermission. That plus a bit slow because I haven't done this in a little while. So this hero we're about to load right here, Mythos. This Amiibo sat the bench the entire time in Season 1 on the boys roster. Mythos. And the boys, the boys went 1-15, but the boys do not exist anymore. They are the one team that folded between now and Season 2. So the boys don't exist anymore. A bunch of their Amiibo got drafted by the expansion teams, the others went to free agency, and your defending champion got one of the best Amiibo from their roster, despite playing 0 games at all. But let's load the roster for the Ditto Burritos. It looks like they're actually going to be using a regular starting roster. This is their same roster. This is a preseason matchup between the 2 teams who are in the championship last season. So let's load. This is going to be the regular starting roster for the Ditto Burritos for the most part. Actually, I lied about that because they did lose Phipps to the expansion draft. Teams are only able to protect 4 out of their 5 Amiibo, which meant that one of your starters would be vulnerable. But the rest of the order should be intact. So let's see. There's Ditto. We're going to bring in Tilted right now. Then Freak is still on the Ditto Burritos roster because Freak was in fact protected. So bringing in Freak. Then let's see. We are going to see one of the new Amiibo to the Ditto Burritos roster as well as this entire league. It's going to be Joe's Joker Amiibo Cryto Admin. We did see this Joker Amiibo in the intermission tournaments during last season, so not exactly completely foreign concept. And then we're also going to see Cicada's Byleth, who went on an insane playoff run for the Ditto Burritos last year, but the team fell short to Dynamic Duo. Alright, let me send the everyone ping, or this at Season 2 ping real quick to my server. Preseason is starting now. Oh wait, let me actually send a link to my own video real quick. Preseason starting now. Preseason is starting now, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as I put this ping real quick, Season 2. We got 14 teams in this league this season, which means there's going to be 7 matches per round. I expect this stream to take about 3 hours, but I got that everyone ping on right now. Got the Alright. Let's get started with your first match of the Season 1 preseason. We got Dynamic Divorce against the Ditto Burritos. And I know what you're thinking. 1am, Dynamic Divorce? Weren't they called Dynamic Duo last season? Alright, here's the deal. Dynamic Duo was operated by Joe and NetEasy last season, but in the off-season, they decided to split up. Joe still has full custody, full control of the Dynamic Duo, but renamed the team to Dynamic Divorce. NetEasy, however, is coming into this league as one of those 3 brand new expansion teams. And NetEasy has no custody, which we will see later on in this. As for this match, this is going to be Dynamic Divorce against most of the Ditto Burritos' actual starters. And Big Left already taking 102% damage, 110%. Big Left was one of the draft picks by Dynamic Divorce in this offseason. And we're seeing 110 to 75 this Fox Amiibo. This is Suleman's Fox Amiibo, by the way. 118 to 75% right now, as we're going to see a down smash from the Fox. And does Fox go off stage? Oh, he did try to go off stage, but gets hit by the up special in the return. 137 to 193, 146 to 93, and Big Left will be KO'd. So now we're going to see Piglet. Piglet was on the Dynamic roster last year, but did not see that much action, being favored more for some of Joe's Amiibo as well as NetEasy's Cloud, despite the fact that Dynamic swapped their Amiibo around the most out of last season. So Ditto already doing 66% to this Ganondorf, and we're going to see a full tilt, 66 to 130, as we're going to see it's going to be a missed attack from this Ganondorf from the shielded attack, and now we're seeing down tilt and a full tilt from this Mii Sword Fighter. And Ganondorf will not be able to come back onto the stage, so Ditto already has 2 KOs in this preseason match. This is earned to be determined. I don't remember what roster this Piranha Plant was on last year. Let me double check real quick. Season 2, off season. Get the This Piranha Plant was on the... Let's see. I believe this Amiibo was on the boys roster last year. Let me double check. Or maybe it was part of the draft. Yeah, I do believe this Piranha Plant was in the draft. Let me check. Alright, that Piranha Plant has been KO'd to Ditto with 3 kills. This is Fight Me. This is Bunsui's Meta Knight. Actually, yeah, both these Amiibo were tamed in the draft. Both Bunsui's Piranha Plant and Bunsui's Meta Knight. So these are newcomers to the season. So we're going to see all 3 of the new Amiibo for the Dynamic Duo. But here is Tilted for the Ditto Burritos. And Tilted, this is NetEasy's King Deity. We were very much familiar with King Deity last season. This King Deity in the previous season had... Let's see. It's going to be 48 to 39. Back to what I mentioned though, this King Deity had the most KOs for the team last season with 27 total KOs. 19 in the regular season and 8 in the playoffs. It's going to be 87 to 57% right now, and we're going to see Tilted with that forward tilt. And then we see side B, gets deflected by the Meta Knight, and Meta Knight going to miss that side special actually. I believe this is one of maybe 2 Meta Knights entering the league this season. There might be another Meta Knight somewhere. And Detroit's Meta Knight, nobody's Meta Knight did get moved to a different team in the expansion draft. So we do see a little bit of shifting around there. It's 141 to 109% right now in this preseason game. We're going to see the Meta Knight side special. That will hit the DD, but not for a KO. That forward air, not able to KO this Meta Knight quite yet. 156 to 122, and up tilt rolls on the KO from Tilted. So now, for the first time in this league, we are going to see Luckman's hero in action, Mythos. This hero Amiibo is expected to be a promising starter for the Dynamic Duo, but Dynamic wants to test out this hero in the preseason. By the way, rosters have expanded from 8 Amiibo to 9 Amiibo in this season, which means teams are able to carry one more, and Mythos will get KO'd by Tilted as the Ditto Burritos will get a 4-1 victory in our very first preseason match. So it's going to be 5-1 for the Ditto Burritos against Dynamic Divorce. These two teams will rematch, have an actual matchup in, let's see. Their actual matchup in the regular season is going to take place in round number, trying to find a thing, it should be round number 10. So these two teams will face each other round 10 of the regular season. But that's it for now for the preseason between these two. This is only round 1 out of 4. But now let's hop into our intermission as, oh wait, did I even turn on the yellow switch? I don't think I did. I'm not going to take screenshots now. Actually, yeah, let me take a screenshot. Hello, Nightmare. How you doing? Let me double check. Yeah, I did turn on the switch. I don't think I ever loaded Smash Ultimate, though. Let me check. Okay, yeah, I just left it in the home menu. Ready to start system update. Nah, we'll be fine for now. Alright, so, intermission tournament. This is still intermission tournament number 2. And to get started, or to get resumed, we have losers top 12. So, just a little recap of this tournament so far, as this big McAfee thing doesn't want to disappear. I don't want pop-ups. Alright. So, the following 8 Amiibo are going to face off against each other for a spot in losers top 8 of the intermission tournament. We have Panger's Dr. Mario versus Joe Steve, NetEasy's Link versus Nightmare's Piranha Plant, Rap's Piranha Plant against Rap's Dr. Mario, and Joe's Pyramithra against NetEasy's King Deity. But let's load the Amiibo for that first match of your losers top 12 round. So it's gonna be, it's him. You got the my mouse does not want to work. Technology. You don't use technology for a little bit and it breaks. That's how it is. It's like the Wii U gamepad battery. Apparently you need to have that thing charged like every 6 months, something like that, in order for the battery to keep being used of the Wii U gamepad. Mine's just been sitting the entire time. Like when it doesn't get used, like I think the longest period of time I haven't used my Wii U was like 5 months, maybe 6 months, maybe. No, 9 months. 9 months. Whenever that Switch came out, I was like on the Switch, everything. But I just left the Wii U gamepad just charging on the thing the whole time. Alright, your intermission to battle is going to get started. After this, we are going to have the Swarm versus Steely Fans for our second match of the preseason. I will be back. Alright, it's him. It's him. It's him advancing to top 8 right now as we speak. He gets a win against I and Steve. And let's see, my account does not want to record this tournament. Is because it's been a couple weeks. Let me check. You know, I'll just deal that with that later in the next intermission. Alright, so it's him wins against I am Steve. But let's get back to your Squad Strike preseason. Alright, this is going to be the Swarm versus Ceiling Fans. So we do have some little changes in rosters, all that, between these two teams. We'll explain them as we get started. So, in the expansion draft, teams were able to protect all up to 4 of their Amiibo. And the Swarm did not protect their Piranha Plant, Lucille's Piranha Plant. In fact, Lucille's Piranha Plant went #1 overall in the expansion draft, belonging to one of the 3 new expansion teams. So with that being said, the Swarm needs to replace their KO leader soon, and that's what they need to find in this preseason. This is an Olimar they drafted in the regular round. Baba Booey, who belongs to Victex, and that's already a huge spike from this Olimar against Panger's Piranha Plant Bloom, who was acquired in the mid-season last year. Alright, so very dodged Dr. Mario. You're very much familiar with this Dr. Mario if you are a fan of the Ceiling Fans. 95 to 27 right now between these two. Another Amiibo that got taken in the expansion draft was Eon's Lucina Amiibo, which was the lead all year for the Swarm. So we're going to see Dupe in the very back of this roster, but the other 3 starters are still here, as Baba Booey does get KO'd against Doom, but not after dealing 86%. Vin Diesel, this is Soulman's Ganondorf Amiibo with a huge Joya immediately. Right now it's going to be Soulman versus Soulman. This is C-Sharp's Yoshi. We did not see this Yoshi at all last season with the Ceiling Fans, but he did ride the bench the entire time. 34 to 46 is this is the first action we see from this Yoshi guy. We're going to see just getting hit by another Joya from this Ganondorf. And it's going to be 4 there. And we're going to see another forward smash. That's not able to KO Nephilim yet. I think another forward smash, like that one that got parried, or that one that got parried, and also that one that does not get parried, should be able to get that job done. So now we're going to see Panger's Ganondorf Starless. This is one of the Amiibo that Panger introduced to the draft pool in Season 2. And he got drafted by the Ceiling Fans. It's 71-36 in this Ganondorf Ditto, but we're going to see a forward throw from Starless onto Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel comes back onto the stage, and we're going to see another forward tilt into a down special, 126-136, as Starless was trying to go for that down special, down air. 146-36, up tilt is going to whiff, up smash is going to get shielded, and that's a Dorial landing onto Starless from Vin Diesel. Still alive at 147%, going to get hit, and is going to get KO'd. Now we're going to see Sidon. This is Luckman's Link, who did start all 16 games last season for the Swarm. And Starless is going to come back onto the stage for the Ceiling Fans. Real quick there. And the Ganondorf will be able to make it back onto the stage, but not after that forward smash. Alright, so Ceiling Fans is down to their last Amiibo. This is one of their other draft picks. This is Panger's Pokemon Trainer. No, sorry, this is not Panger's Pokemon Trainer. This is, let me check. This is Soulman's Pokemon Trainer, actually, the Reaper. Yeah, this belongs to C-Sharp. And it's going to be 42-49 between this Link and this Ivysaur. I don't think we're going to see any action from any of the other new Amiibo from the Swarm, unless Sidon gets KO'd. But the Charizard is out for its Pokemon Trainer. It's 65-89 versus down throw into up smash. Up smash from this Link. 73 to 103% right now. We see down air into up smash, which misses. Charizard gets hit by the down smash, and now it's going to be Squirtle coming out right now. And forward tilt will get rid of his Pokemon Trainer, and the Swarm will get this win in your preseason match. This is going to be a, I believe, a 5-2 victory for the Swarm. Some teams are mainly using bench players, while other teams do have some of their starters mixed in, just to test team dynamics. So we will not see Strong 280 or Mr. Ninja in action. Mr. Ninja was on the bench for the Swarm all of last season, and Strong 280 is Penger's Palutina, who was drafted this draft. This offseason, actually. Alright, so a 5-2 victory for the Swarm. We are going ahead into your intermission right now. Alright, so welcome to the intermission. Your next match to determine the top 8 slot is going to be NetEasy's Link against Nightmare's Piranha Plant. So let's get those Amiibo loaded real quick, as this mouse just loves double clicking. What goes up versus Nightmare Virus? Yo, what's up? Alright, so there's NetEasy's Link. And now we're going to see Nightmare's Piranha Plant. You want to 1v1 my Amiibo? Not right now. Maybe off stream, after the stream, all that off stream, I could possibly do it right now, but not in the middle of operating the league right now. But sure, maybe later on. All right. As for your intermission, we got NetEasy's Link versus Nightmare's Piranha Plant for your intermission. When we come back from this intermission, we will have the Time Zone Squad against the Detroit Red Wings of your preseason. But this intermission match to determine top 8 of the intermission tour starts now. Alright, and what goes up is advancing to top 8 of your intermission tournament. So, NetEasy's Link will advance to the next round, face off against Penger's Dr. Mario. But let's get back to your squad strike. Alright, so for your third match of the preseason, we have a rematch between... we have a matchup between your two top seeds of the regular season, the Time Zone Squad and Detroit. So, both teams are using a bunch of their bench players right now. The Time Zone Squad is using a Lucina who has rode the bench the entire season, two of their draft picks, one of their starters, and one Amiibo who did start for a few games but ultimately got benched for Doodlebob. As for Detroit, we are seeing their draft picks. Detroit had 4 draft picks in this season, off-season, because they were awarded a compensatory pick, or however you say it. They basically were given an extra draft pick at the end of the 3rd round because they lost one of their Amiibo for reasons out of our control. Alright, with that being said, let's get started in this preseason match between Time Zone Squad and Detroit. Good luck. So, as mentioned, this will be the first time we see 1AM's Lucina, Rin, but the other 3 Amiibo, the 2 other Amiibo you see are going to be Nightmare Virus and Informer. Those were the draft picks from the Time Zone Squad. The Time Zone Squad initially lost Slime God to the expansion draft, but they traded back for Slime God in the draft, only trading the 3rd round pick away. And Pateraris Me Brawler, you are very much familiar with that. The Time Zone Squad finished with 14 wins last season, but got swept by the Diddle Burritos in the 2nd round of the playoffs. Time Zone Squad just needs more consistency at that 4th slot, which Slime God had. Can they find that consistency with one of these recently acquired Amiibo? That's what we're here to find out. As for Detroit, they were the number 2 seed in the playoffs with a 12-4 record, but they lost in the 2nd round as well. Their loss was to Dynamic Duo, who would go on to win the eventual tournament. Alright, so Rin will come back onto the stage, and we're going to see a down special from Herobrine. It's 137-66 right now. This Lucina is one of the better Lucinas around right now. 149-83, but did not get any play time at all last season. 157-83 is we're going to see side special from this Herobrine, and that's going to be it. Alright, so here is Nightmare Virus. This Amiibo appeared multiple times throughout the intermission tournaments, but this is going to be the squad strike debut for Nightmare Virus. This is Nightmare's Piranha Plant, drafted by the Time Zone Squad. Alright, as the manager of the Time Zone Squad, I will say this. Most likely it's either going to be Nightmare Virus or Informer who replaces Slime God in that number 4 slot. But we're going to see a down throw from Pagani. This is also a new draft pick acquired. This is C-Sharp's Poodling Amiibo, the Ludwig specifically. It's 84-11, 90 to sip of water. And now Informer is coming out for the Time Zone Squad. This is 1AM's own Byleth Amiibo. So, this was the one and only Byleth Amiibo that was available in the Season 2 draft, and 1AM's Time Zone Squad was able to draft it. It's 26-76. As the trainer of this Byleth, I don't expect this Byleth to be as dominant as the others, but it should be good enough to fit, especially with a 14-win team. Sorry, I wasn't giving up Shion. No, all good, all good. I was planning to draft my Byleth if it slid enough, because I was like, not everyone knows that much about Byleth, and I know it's not the best Byleth around to begin with. You should make a random Amiibo. I mean, oh wait, random? Nah. They, I know somebody made a mod for the random Amiibo, but, yeah, I know somebody made a mod for it, but, I haven't done anything with that, because, I don't have any mods on my Switch, nothing like that. It's 135-78% right now. It's going to be forward smash from Informer, and that's going to be, is that 1K or 2 KOs from this Byleth? We're going to see a forward tilt against, this is Lucille's Pac-Man Amiibo. Her own Pac-Man for Detroit. I believe I don't remember if this was a draft pick or if this rode the bench last season, but that's a neutral special from this Byleth Amiibo. Love to go for those neutral specials from the distance. 146 to 69 as this Byleth is still alive. 146 to 83. Let's make it 96 now. We're gonna make it, gets hit by the hydrant, survives the hydrant, needs to come back onto the stage, and is gonna get barely hit by that up smash. And a neutral air, 178 to 97. And they're gonna trade, and Pac-Man will win that trade in exchange. So now here comes Shy Girl. Now we're seeing some of those previous Season 1 starters for Time Zone Squad. This is Patarera's Mii Brawler, who made a couple of starts in Season 1, but got benched for Doodle Bob after the blowout loss to the Doodle Burritos early in the season. This is a Suplex Mii Brawler, so it's going to have the Suplex side special with the command grab. It has unusual special moves, including the shot put, so you will not see any multi-hits. As for down special, it's not going to be the head smash, it's going to be the kick flip. It's 61, 81 to 161, and Patarera's Mii Brawler will fall short. So now we're going to see Slime God, and it's going to be a psych up immediately, forward air, and now it's going to be Slime God versus Spammer Man. This is Patarera's Mega Man Amiibo, who also rode the bench all of last season. So we have a starter against a bench player. Neutral special, followed by 1932. Here comes a forward tilt from this hero, and it's going to be a Flame Slash, which does not land. We're going to see up smash and another up smash, and we're going to see back air from this Mega Man. 57 to 49, we see a forward air. 57 to 60 right now, last stock in this match. And we're going to see, tried going for the sizzle, but gets interrupted by Lemons. 75 to 75, we see a leaf shield, but that is going to miss. It's going to be, 89 to 86. The next hit from this hero will do some extra damage, but hero needs to come back onto the stage first, and Slime God will not come back. So the Detroit Red Wings will win this 5-4 in your preseason match. These two teams will face off against each other in, let's see. They will face off against each other in round number 11 of the regular season. So that'll be round 11. As for that previous matchup we had between the Swarm and Ceiling Fans, Ceiling Fan and Swarm will face off against each other in round number... I'm checking my board right now, It's going to be round number... I gotta look at my board, because I don't remember the entire schedule. I don't even remember my schedule, so luckily I have the board still out here with the schedule. Let's see. They're going to face each other in round number... No, not round 2. It's going to be... Zilla, SWM. If I can't find it in the next 5 seconds, I'll just give up. Ceiling Fan versus I can't find it on my schedule. I know I set it up somewhere. Okay, yeah, they're gonna face each other in round number 10. Yeah, Ceiling Fan and Swarm. Alright. We did see 2 KOs from the Byleth, and we saw 2 KOs from the Pac-Man. By the way, I apologize if I'm a little low energy, all that. Haven't streamed in a little while, and most of these matches are going to be mainly bench players, all that. The real excitement will happen in about 2 streams from now when we get the actual starters rolling out. But let's get into your intermission. Alright. So coming up next of your intermission tournament, we're going to have a ditto between Rap and Whoop himself. This is going to be his Piranha Plant versus his Dr. Mario. So Bong versus Bust Down. So let's get those maybe loaded real quick. Bong. Alright, here is Bong being loaded right now. And let's bring in Bust Down. Alright, winner of this match will advance to top 8 of your intermission tour. And your intermission begins now. that a 0 to death from the Dr. Mario? Well, that was a brutal beatdown. Reps, Dr. Mario Bust Down will advance to the top 8 of the loser side of your intermission tournament 2. So, I have not loaded the Amiibo for the other side quite yet, but we're just going to get straight into the screen then. I did see a 0 to death from that Dr. Mario at the beginning, so we'll just save that replay for later. Alright. What's good? What's good? What's good? Not much. We're, loading Amiibo right now for our Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. Well, this is the preseason. We're about to load the... Well, we just loaded the Amiibo for the 456 Squadron, one of our expansion teams. And we're about to load the roster for Edmonton, who, they were around the 500 level last year. Hopefully they can bounce back this season. They lost in the final round of the regular season to the Novas in a match that would have given the winner a playoff spot. And they did lose multiple Amiibo in the expansion draft. So we get started with Big Tech's King Deity Crouch. Then we need to load J9K's Banjo-Kazooie. This is going to be AI Sonic. This Banjo right here led the team in KOs with 21, I believe, almost contending for that MVP race. Then we're going to see Michaela's Mii Brawler, one of the newer Amiibo for this season. Wait. Alright, in the number 4 slot, we're going to see a one of the draft picks for Edmonton. We're going to see Obsesses Ganondorf Quandale Dingle. Alright, and now this Amiibo was a little bit inconsistent last season. In the starting position it was, but maybe being in this spot this year could make it improve in season number 2. We're talking about Jokaya's Olimar Doofunator. 3 of Edmonton's starters were taken in the expansion draft, so Edmonton needs to rebuild their roster. Could this be the rebuild that Edmonton needs? Let's get started, as this is going to be the very first match of the 456 Squadron, one of our expansion teams. Although, this is preseason though. So, I'll show you when we get there, but we do have a stage change for season number 2. Edmonton has decided to change their home stage from Great Bridge of Eldon battlefield form to, ladies and gentlemen, it takes forever to load. Great Bridge of Eldon Omega form. So there will be no more platforms on Edmonton's home stage for season number 2. We'll just say that the platforms fell or they were out of maintenance. Canadian OSHA came in or something like that. I don't know. Do they have OSHA in Canada? I'm pretty sure they do. Or at least a Canadian equivalent, right? Alright, so as for the 456 Squadron, they are an expansion team, which means they did draft Amiibo from existing teams, including the Hound, who just self-destructed. The Hound was the leader, one of the leaders for the Boys, who folded between these seasons. The Boys had a 1-15 record and did not renew for season number 2. The only teams did not renew, so all their starters became available in the expansion draft and free agency. And the Hound finds a new home in the 456 Squadron, who is operated by MLL 456. So this is Azul Carlo, who is B-Fan's Yoshi Amiibo. I do believe this is a draft pick from the expansion draft, but I do not remember what team this Yoshi was on last season, because it was a bench player, I believe. Some of the other Amiibo that the 456 Squadron did choose includes, let's see. This is Nightmare's Pokemon trainer, who was drafted from the Nova's roster, Crystal. And Crystal will get a KO against Crouch. So now we're going to see AI Sonic, who led Edmonton in KOs for the season. That King Vivi, not bad with a 2 KO performance. Now we're going to see AI Sonic just come back onto the stage. He's going to hit himself with his own grenade, though, and Crystal off stage. Both of them off stage. They're going to come back on at the same time, though. Alright. AI Sonic with the throw on Crystal. Crystal is still the Charizard form. This Pokemon trainer initially started off on the bench of Ceiling Fans' roster, but got traded to Nova's in the mid-season. And now it exists on the 456 Squadron thanks to the expansion draft. Going to drink some water real quick. The back of my throat feels like a little sore as usual, as Crystal will get that KO. So now we're going to see Dracula Flow. This Mii Brawler will get that side special KO. This is Michaela's Mii Brawler Amiibo. And now we are going to see Cyber Sands against Dracula Flow. You should do an online tournament for one Amiibo one for Amiibo for a session. That could be a good stream idea. I need to think of when to fit it in, because most of the streams for this month are going to be the Squad Strike tournament, and I'm trying to get it squeezed in between now and the Switch 2's release. I did secure a pre-order for the Nintendo Switch 2. And whenever the Nintendo Switch 2 does come out, I'll be playing a whole bunch of the new Mario Kart game. Alright, 127-23 as his 2 Amiibo each is Obsess's Mii Sword Fighter against Obsess's Ganondorf. Obsess is one of the new trainers for Season 2 who sent 3 Amiibo, but we will not see Obsess as a manager, and Cyber Sands will get KO'd. So here comes Ultra MLO. This is MLO's own Dr. Mario Amiibo, one of the draft picks for this team. Alright, the Kondo Dingle is at 104%, but we're going to see Ultra MLO get hit by the... He's going to miss that up smash, he's going to get that parried. 58 to 118% right now. We're going to see the Ganondorf with the down throw into, tries going off stage, but comes back onto the stage. We're going to see a back throw. Back throw will KO Kondo Dingle. So now we're going to see Ultra MLO against Doofinator. Doofinator was one of the starters for Edmonton early in the season, and we see a down air attempt immediately, but all those Pikmin just died. And we see a down air from Ultra MLO. It's going to be 91 to 40% right now, as it's the last video each. Ultra needs to come back onto the stage, and we're going to see him come back. Yes, he will come back, despite Doofinator's efforts. And we see down throw into down air, and forward smash from Ultra. And Ultra will win this preseason match for the 456 Squadron. That's going to be a 5-4 victory for the 456 Squadron. Alright. Not a bad assortment of starters for this team. I do believe Edmonton is trying to find some of their starters for next season, but it's going to be 5-4 win for, well, our team on the left. By the way, if y'all are interested in joining for a future season of Squad Track Amiibo Draft League, don't forget to join the Discord server. And make sure to subscribe as well, because Season 2 is barely getting started. We're only on the preseason right now. We're going to have a bunch of streams between now and the end of the month, maybe leaking into June. But my goal is to try and get this done before the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out. But I'm going to have to work a little bit of overtime on here. With that being said, screenshot and let's get to your intermission. Alright, this is going to be the last match which determines a top 8 slot of your intermission tournament. For those of you who are not familiar with the intermission tournament, it takes like 3 to 4 minutes to load the Amiibo for the Squad Track League because I have to manually scan each Amiibo every single time and I can't just switch back in, switch back out. So that's why I have this match happening between. It just gives people something to look at. It's basically the Subway servers because hear me out. Would you rather hear me yapping about some random thing while trying to load Amiibo, or would you rather see a match going on? With that being said, this match will determine that last top 8 slot of your intermission tournament. We're going to have Joe versus NetEasy. Going to be the Pyramithra against the King Deity. This intermission tournament also gives me some time to rest my voice a little, all that, because my throat's been feeling like a little weird, all that. It's nothing much though, it's not like just a tiny bit annoying, but I can manage with it. With that being said, your intermission battle is starting right now. This will determine the top 8 slot in the intermission tour. Good luck. Alright, and Tilted, who was one of the starters for the Ditto Burritos, will advance to top 8 of your second intermission tournament with a win over Silly. Let's head back to your Squad Strike matches. So, we have a match between Very Doggish's team and the Novas. So Very Doggish finished with only 6 wins last season, but managed to preserve most of their starters this season. And they got some more. They traded for Crunchy's Dr. Mario in the offseason after this Dr. Mario was initially drafted by the Ditto Burritos. And in the draft, they also got NetEasy's Samus Amiibo. As for the other side, the Novas made it into the playoffs last year, but they want a little more consistency in their starting lineup. Additionally, Crystal, who was Nightmare's Pokemon trainer, got taken in the expansion draft. So, Penger did draft their own Pokemon trainer. Let me see how I pronounce this. They did not give me the right pronunciation because they wanted me to try to guess it themselves. Let's see. Higame. No. I missed the I. It's Hiaga. No. Hegame. Hegame. Penger, if you're in the chat, I'm trying to pronounce it. They said they'll give me the right pronunciation after the stream all day. They want to hear me at least try it at least once. Higame. Hopefully one of those is right. We'll get the right pronunciation between for the next stream. All right, then we also got Geralt, which is Sephiroth they drafted, as well as Carl Magnus, who was also drafted. Purple Kelly was on the bench, I believe, all last season, or they were acquired through free agency. And Cash Tira was on the boys roster, sat on the bench the entire season, but is being given a shot here with the Novas. With that being said, let's get started with this match. One of the reputations that Very Doggish's team suffered from last season was blowing a bunch of leads. This was because their starting roster was very top heavy. You had some really good Amiibo on this team in the first part. This team did much better than what their record would indicate, and this is one of the more promising teams of season number 2, Very Doggish's team. Now, this matchup you see right here, this matchup will not happen in the Season 2 regular season. These teams could possibly meet up in the playoffs, but because of the scheduling format, there are some teams who do not play each other, and this is one of those matchups. We have another one of those matchups after this stream, by the way, but we're going to have Valerax versus Purple Kelly. Very Doggish's team, I believe, had 3 Amiibo last season with 15 or more KOs. Yeah, no, they had 2 Amiibo with 15 or more KOs, but then NetEasy's Olimar had 14, and his Kirby, 38 Dime, which we will not see in this match, had 12. So this team does have some solid starters. They just need more consistency, especially in that 5th position for Gengalzo. As much of a fan favorite as Gengalzo was for Very Doggish's team, was not as consistent. Did make that one comeback one time for the team, and Valerax will get this KO against Purple Kelly. So now we're going to see Penger's Pokemon trainer, who, let's try to pronounce it again. Higame. Higame. I didn't try researching because I was like, you know what, I'll try this raw. This is the preseason after all. We all gotta prepare for things. 148 to 35, and that's gonna be a huge spike from this Charizard. Alright, so we're gonna see Perp Limbs. This is NetEasy's Samus Amiibo. There was no Samus action at all last season, so we do have some Samuses and Dark Samuses this season. And maybe next season, maybe have a little bit more, depending on the level of hype that they bring. But we're going to see, it is the Squirtle now for his Pokemon trainer, by the way. And we're going to see the Squirtle get hit by the down air. And it's going to be Ivysaur coming out now for this. 4 Amiibo each. Charizard is back out now. For the Novas. And we're going to see, do we see a side special from this Charizard? Does he threaten with it? Oh, he did, but he got interrupted. Perp Limbs with the interruption to that side B. It's going to be 42 to 134, and the back air will get rid of this Charizard. So now we're going to see Geralt. This is Victex's Sephiroth Amiibo. And we're going to see these are some of the new Amiibo in Season number 2. Where they start, that's where we're going to find out. It's going to be 81 to 21 right now, as we're going to see the Samus come back onto the stage. And it's going to be up tilt, followed by... We're going to see neutral special come from the Samus. We're going to see up tilt, and we're going to see down tilt, followed by... Do we see an up smash? We do not see an up smash. We do see a forward smash from the Sephiroth, though, as Purple Limbs comes back onto the stage. Has already dealt 60% to the Sephiroth. This Sephiroth is 20% away, 8% away from that wing activating. Just one more hit. One other thing too, Sephiroth did not have that much representation. The only Sephiroth that was really represented in the previous season was him. Joe's own Sephiroth on Dynamic Duo. The wing is active for Geralt. It's 147.85 right now. We're going to see out of parry, the Sephiroth try going for the up smash, but charge and get thrown instead. 147 to 101 as down tilt comes out from the Samus. 141 to 15 and up tilt. That's going to be 2 KOs from this Samus now. So now we're going to see Carl Magnus. This is Crunchy's Hero Amiibo. And oh, I thought the Samus was going to go for the spike, but no, stays on stage. Still alive at 160, is able to get away with going high because Hero was still trying to recover, and Hero will get rid of Purple Limbs. So it's going to be Tifa. This is Joe's Cloud Amiibo against Carl Magnus. Carl Magnus will get hit by that side smash. Comes back onto the stage, has 82 mana back, and we see a forward smash into... Oh, was trying to use that side special, but gets interrupted by the recovery. We're going to see neutral special. We're going to see... Oh, dash attack got interrupted by the side B, but Hero was able to fall out. Cloud has the limit, and he's going to use our neutral special. Carl Magnus is still alive at 125%. 57 to 125, as it's going to be Tifa with the forward smash, but it's going to get shielded, and we're going to see neutral special into 67 to 135, and oh, this Hero got interrupted by the neutral special. Should be able to come back onto the stage though, and is able to shield that forward smash. Is able to only parry the first 2 hits. So now we're going to see Kashtira. This is Takada's Wolf Amiibo. As I mentioned, this Wolf had 0 action in Season 2, riding the bench the entire season for the boys, who went 1-15. This Cloud is almost at the 2nd meter, and will have that 2nd meter, and what will he use it on? He will use it on... Has about 10 seconds left at the meter. Tries using the neutral special, but will miss that neutral special. 125 to 51 right now between these 2 Amiibo, and we're seeing a forward smash. That forward smash will KO from the ledge. It's Tifa. Is that 2 KOs or 3 KOs from this Cloud Amiibo? We need to double check. That's gonna be 2 KOs from this Cloud, but 2 KOs from Purple Limbs, 2 KOs from Tifa. We're not gonna see any action from Sauce Alger, who was traded from the Ditto Burritos, but not a pretty bad preseason debut from Purple Limbs. Could this be the type of consistency that Veridog's team needs? Sure, Denova's was using a bunch of bench players, but promise is promise. Alright, so that's going to be documented as a 5-2 victory for Veridog's team. And let's get into your intermission. We got top 8 starting next. So, welcome to the top 8 of your 2nd intermission tournament. Before we get started, let's see who our top 8 is to begin with, because it's been a little while since we've seen some of these Amiibo. Alright, on the winner side, we have NetEasy's Olimar, Nightmare's Pyramithra, Raps Lucas, and Crunchy's Link. And on the loser side, we have Panger's Dr. Mario, NetEasy's Link, Raps Dr. Mario, and NetEasy's King Deity. So we got a bunch of top tiers in this matchup, including the defending champion, Uproot. So we're going to head into losers top 8. And this is going to be the matchup between It's Him and What Goes Up. So it's going to be Panger versus NetEasy. We have back-to-back matches. NetEasy has 3 of his Amiibo in this top 8, actually. That is insane. That's the real insane part. Even the 2 of them are losers, that's still super, super impressive. Alright, so It's Him against What Goes Up. Let's load those Amiibo. It's Him. And now, What Goes Up. Alright. Losers top 8. The first match of Losers top 8 is starting right now of your intermission tour. Good luck. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the next matchup that's going to happen on Squad Strike. It's going to be Your Worst Nightmare versus Toronto. Alright, so what goes up will advance to losers quarterfinals. This is NetEasy's Link Amiibo against It's Him. Alright. Let's get out of this intermission and let's get to your next match of Squad Strike. So, this is going to be another one of those matchups that won't happen in the regular season. This is going to be your worst nightmare versus Toronto. So, last season, your worst nightmare was off to a super insane, amazing start, but then they started to collapse in the second half of the season. Part of the reason why is one of their major weaknesses is they didn't exactly have a fifth starter, cycling between multiple different Amiibo. Could the addition of Chroma and even this Link Amiibo be what your worst nightmare needs? Nachos did get drafted in the expansion draft by one of the expansion teams, so Nachos is no longer on the roster, but they do keep Zorch's Pokemon trainer, Soul Bufo, and they also, but most importantly, Enacraft Zelda and Xion are still on this roster. This is another team which has more potential to do everything. I know your worst nightmare made it to the playoffs last season, but they can be much more consistent this year and maybe even contend for a division title. Let's see. Soul Bufo is going to spike this Lucina. It's 118.36 right now, as this is one of the newer Amiibo in season number 2. Liness Alpha. This is nobody's Lucina Amiibo. This is the third Lucina Amiibo, and that's going to be a pickoff with the forward air, and Soul Bufo is KO'd. So now we're going to see Zeldina, as Nightmare did bring out the starters this time, while Toronto trying to just see what they have. Alright, so Zeldina. This Lucina is giving them a little bit of trouble right now, but it's going to be a forward tilt, out of forward tilt, down tilt from the Lucina, and we're going to see a side special. Forward air is going to be 73 to 71, 63 to 71. We're going to see, do we see a down air? We do not see a down air attempt. It's going to be 674 to 71. This is Lucina making a one stock lead so far. We're going to see a forward smash on Zeldina, and it's going to be a forward air. Zeldina off stage, and we're going to see another forward air. That's 2 KOs from Linest Alpha. A huge lead for Toronto in this first preseason match, and now we're going to see Xion. So, Zeldina did finish with the most KOs for your worst nightmare last season, almost contending for that MVP race, but most of the spotlight last season was on Xion, Nightmare's own Byleth. We see a jab from this Byleth, and we're going to see, do we see a side special? We do see one, but it whips, and we see that one gets parried, and then we're going to see a third one. We're going to see a third one, which also gets parried. Alright, so it's 32 to 137, 44 to 137. We see a side special, but that's going to be weak. So that's 4 side B attempts from Xion already. And now, this fifth one for recovery. Nope, Xion's going to be too far. Liness Alpha has 3 KOs for Toronto in this preseason match against your worst nightmare, who is using their starters in the preseason. This Lucina could be a deadly lead threat for Toronto. Toronto finished with the second worst record in the previous season, getting themselves the best draft pick aside from the expansion team. But Chroma will get rid of Liness. So now we're going to see Econard. This is Crunchy's Robin, who did have a little bit of action, I believe, in the intermission tournament. But this is going to be this season debut for Econard, even if it's the preseason. And it's already 81% being dealt from this Robin onto the Pyra. This is a Pyra lead, by the way. Not a Mithra lead, but okay. More aerials, and now we're going to see Mithra come out from Chroma, and we're going to see side special, but that's going to whiff and going to get hit by the side B, but no, out of parry, switch to Pyra. Alright, 81 to 64. Robin running low on some of those tomes, and he's out of the sword tome, and oh, he tried to Z-drop onto the Pyra, but that's not going to work. Jab from Chroma. This is a 4-2 situation right now, but okay, that's going to be the 11 sword, restored. 89 to 88, as we're going to see Tome. No! Up smash will make sure that Tome does not get charged. So now we're going to see Silly. This is Joe's Pyra Mithra Amiibo, drafted number 4 overall in the Season 2 draft. And that side special, gonna put Chroma too far? No, Chroma should be able to come back with the Mithra, but gets hit by the side B. Not KO'd quite yet, still in that range where she gets trapped by the side B, and she's gonna be too far. So it's gonna be a 3 versus 1 situation as Gloomedge. This is MLL's Link Amiibo, who will have to come in and possibly make a comeback for your worst nightmare. Let's see. We're going to see up smash, and we're going to see, as this is still a Pyra, it's 74. Do we see a switch Mithra? We do see a switch Mithra, as Joe's Pyra Mithra going to come back onto the stage, and we're going to see Down air, but up smash gonna whiff. We see a bomb. And it's gonna be 48 to 74. Link is able to use that bomb though, and we see forward smash, which does not land. That forward smash doesn't land, but we see a jab from Silly, and it's going to be, oh, jab, but the jab missed, so it's just gonna be jab. Up smash, that's gonna be good up smash, not able to KO quite yet. The next up smash from the ground should be able to KO this Mythra though. I'm not sure about Pyra, because I do believe, do Pyra and Mythra have different weights, or do they weigh the same? I don't remember, but Silly will get the KO on Gloom Edge. But 3 KOs from Linus Alpha. That is the spotlight of this match right here, as we don't see any action from Michaela's, Sephiroth, or B-Fan's Zelda Amiibo in this first match. Nightmare, if you're watching, be grateful you don't face this team in the regular season. You do not face this team in the regular season. That's a little bit of good news. This is only a matchup you have in the preseason. But it's going to be a 5-2 victory for Toronto. And Luckman, if you are watching this, I think Linus Alpha might be your best starting Amiibo to have at the #1 slot. And Silly is showing some good promise, both Silly and Chroma with good promise. Chroma did get 2 KOs in this match. Could possibly replace Nachos at the #4 slot, but who knows, There are some other Amiibo on the bench if you're worse Nightmare that Nightmare could experiment with, but we'll see. Alright, let's jump into your intermission though. There's a screenshot, let's screenshot, and intermission. You know, do I really need a screenshot? It's the preseason. And also, like, I have this as an archive live stream. I need it. Okay, you know what I need to get? I need to get one of those like foot pedals, something like that, so I can like tap my foot and just save the timestamp for certain things. That'll probably be for like later in the future, maybe sometime between now and the end of the year. I don't even have like a stream deck because I have to like click things. But our final match for round #1 after the intermission is going to be two of your expansion teams, the Hiccups. But for now, we got the other matchup of losers top 8. This is going to be Raps Dr. Mario against NetEasy's King D. So let's see. Bust Down versus Tilted. Winner will advance to losers quarterfinals. Here is Bust Down. He's here to bust it down. And we're going to bring in not what goes up, but Tilted. There is a chance that we could see a all NetEasy top 3. Could this reality be real, or does Rap want to interrupt it? Let's get started with this match of your intermission, as your intermission is starting now. Good luck!
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so Tilted will advance to losers quarterfinals. So Net Easy's King DD with the win against Bust Down. I apologize if my throat feels a little off all that. I'm still gonna tough it out for the rest of this. We still got one round after our next matchup. And I think we're gonna finish this tournament tonight. So I'm gonna have to open a sub app for the next tournament. I missed the top tier, so most likely the next intermission tournament is gonna be S+ and below. No guarantees, but that's what I'm gonna aim for the next tournament. Alright. Back to your squad strike though. Alright. So we have two of the expansion teams facing off against each other in the first round of this preseason. On the left, we have Starbreakers, and on the right, we have No Custody. These teams are operated by Michaela and Net Easy, respectively. So let's get started. We also get to debut one of the home stages for our brand new expansion teams. Alright. So, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but in about 30 seconds, you will see the home stage of the expansion team, No Custody. But let's go over these rosters real quick. Michaela Starbreakers is using MacBook, who was a draft pick. Big Sword, who was the #1 overall pick in the regular draft. A Corno, who was the first pick in the expansion draft. Antivirus, who had a good amount of KOs for Edmonton last season. And Hi Paul, who had a few KOs for the boys and started all 16 games for the team despite them going 1-15 last season. On the other side, for No Custody, they have Bajista, who they drafted from Ceiling Fans. Zeta Prime, who they drafted from Edmonton. Big DDD, who was one of their draft picks in the 3rd round. Pump Patch, who I believe was the #3 overall pick in the draft. And Spooky, who they drafted from Detroit. These may or may not be your starters, but let's get started with this match. So, for those of you not in the server, who do you think NetEasy chose as their home stage? The correct answer to that question is Suzaku Castle Omega Form. So we're going to get started with MacBook against Bajista. I don't remember there were any little match last season, but we're not going to see any action. 0 to death. It's 0 to death from Bajista immediately to start the season for No Custody. No custody, no damage, no problem. So now we're going to see #1 overall pick, Big Sword. This is 1AM's Ganondorf Amiibo. And it's going to be a Doria which gets parried as Bajista. That's going to be a forward smash, but gets hit by a forward smash. Bajista is off stage right now. And we're going to see gets hit by the Golden Feather. It's Ganondorf. It's going to be 45 to 71, 55 to 71. And we're going to see a Doria that's not going to KO Bajista quite yet, but we're going to see up tilt, and that up tilt will get rid of Bajista. So the #1 pick in the draft already with 1 KO in this preseason so far. But now it's going to be Big Sword against Zeta Prime. And we're going to see jab, jab. Nope. We're going to see Ryu mess up the combo. Did not go for that Shoryuken, which would have KO, but that forward smash will KO. So now we're going to see the #1 pick in the expansion draft. A Corno come out for Starbreakers. This is a fast-paced match so far. And it's going to be down tilt, and side special for Zeta Prime. And we're going to see Lucille against Lucille's own Amiibo. Both these Amiibo you see on screen right now were both trained by Lucille, and Ryu self-destructs! This Ryu self-destructs on accident, so it's going to be 3 Amiibo each right now. We're going to see the debut of Big DD. This is Boba T, HRT's King DD Amiibo. 77 to 57 right now. 77, and we're going to see, the King DD spits out that Goro right there. A Corno off stage right now, and forward tilt, but should be able to come back. No, gets hit by that back air from Big DD. So now it's going to be Antivirus. This is C-Sharp's Hero Amiibo, who is also taken from Edmonton's roster. It's going to be 0 to 0, 83 to 0, and he goes for that dare. So it's 2 Amiibo each in less than 2 minutes. And now we have Hero versus Hero. This is Soulman versus Net Easy. Who will get the KO between these two? Will it be Antivirus or will it be Pump Patch? It's going to be 87% already after the critical forward smash from Pump Patch. And we're going to see jab, forward tilt actually, and we're going to see another down smash, which was critical. That is a 1 out of 64 chance right there for Pump Patch. And now it's just down to Zornch's Diddy Kong high on Paul for Starbreakers in this first preseason game between these two expansion franchises. 0 to 72, and we're gonna see down tilt into up smash. This hero is at 92%, but this Diddy Kong needs to make some sort of comeback. Can he make it? We're gonna find out. As it's 12 to 96, gets hit by fireball, gets hit by dash attack, gets hit by does not get hit by another dash attack. It uses a back throw, and that peanut does a little bit. No, does not interrupt. And Diddy Kong gonna come back onto the stage. He will come back onto the stage safely. 39 to 110%, and jab 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 comes out from pump patch. It's gonna be neutral special. Into nope, gets hit by the forward air. 61 to 122 right now, and we're gonna see the banana. Ooh, banana hit that hero, and there's a banana on the field. He's gonna throw that banana, and hero will slip, so not able to chase this Diddy Kong, and gets hit by some that recovered up B. And this Diddy Kong needs to get KO soon if he wants to possibly force a comeback. So let's see. Diddy Kong slipped on his own banana, and he gets hit by the dash attack. Pump patch will win this match for no custody against Starbreakers in this preseason match. And that will conclude the first round of the preseason. Very exciting match between these two teams as it was back and forth until Pump Patch got 2 KOs. So we will not see the no custody debut of Spooky, as this is the 5-3 win for no custody against Starbreakers of your preseason. These teams will face each other in round 14 of the regular season. So we will see a rematch, possibly with different Amiibo, between these two in round 14 in the middle of the potential playoff race. But that was a fun and exciting match. Alright, let's get to your intermission. So it's time for winners semifinals. Our first match of winners semifinals is going to be NetEase's Olimar, who's trying to win back-to-back intermission tournaments against Nightmare's Pyramithra. So let's see if NetEase's Olimar Uproot is up for the job. And there he is. And now let's find Nightmare's Pyramithra Amiibo. Can we find it? Can we find it? No, that's Shion. Oh wait, no, we don't need Nightmare Virus. Nightmare Virus fell in the earlier round. It's it's Chroma that we need. Chroma was the one that advanced to top 8. Alright, winners semifinals of your intermission tournament. Game 1 is starting now. Good luck. By the way, coming up next, it's going to be Your Worst Nightmare versus the 456 Squadron. We will see the very first home game for the 456 Squadron. Later on in this round, at the very end, we'll also see the very first home game of Starbreakers at the very end. But just a little heads up what matches are coming up next. Let me drop the bracket for round 2 real quick. It's going to be for round 2. Alright. Your intermission shall resume now. Alright, so NetEasy's Olimar will advance to winners finals of Intermission Tournament 2. So let's get that Dark Man as a win. Nightmare's Pyramithra Chroma will go down and face NetEasy's King Deity in losers semifinals. Alright. So, let's get over to your squad strike. I have not loaded all the Amiibo yet. Yeah, not all the Amiibo have been loaded quite yet, so we're just gonna, let's see. Yeah, we just gotta load 2 more. We gotta load Cyber Sans and Valerios. So here comes Cyber Sans right now. This matchup is going to be your worst nightmare against 456 Squadron. There's Cyber Sans. It's gonna be same roster orders as we saw in the last round. Oh, wait a minute. I had scanned the wrong Amiibo last time. I was supposed to scan Nightmare's Hero instead of MLO's Dr. Mario. MLO, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I accidentally scanned the wrong Amiibo. It's preseason, so I'm not going to redo the match. But whoops, I was supposed to bring in Nightmare's Hero instead. Yeah, I just realized that. My bad. Okay, so now we're going to see Nightmare's Hero for real this time. Unless there's like a big blowout win in favor of 456. Alright, round 2 of the preseason is starting right now. So in the number 5 slot, we're going to see Valerios instead of Ultra MLL for that Dr. Mario slot. NetEasy is present. Hello, NetEasy. I think my sister's calling me right now, but she's probably just asking what I want from the gas station. I'll text her in the next intermission. Or, you want... Yeah. Alright, so 2 of Zorn's Amiibo. Both of them led a bunch of games in the last season. So Bufo, which is Zorn's Pokemon trainer, led a bunch of games, started in that #1 spot for Yours Nightmare last season, and we see the Charizard out now, but the Hound, even though the boys went 1 in 15, the Hound provided a lot of interruption against starters in the last season. The Hound is now on the roster for 456 Squadron, getting taken in the expansion draft, I believe. And the Hound will KO Sobufo. So now we're going to see Ina Craft's Zeldina, who led the team in KOs last season. We're going to see, no force smash. We're going to see Isabel try to go for the down air. Not quite yet, though. And that's 26% dealt already against the Zelda, as this Zelda just needs to land some sort of hit. 4th throw into does not land the side special, though. 26 to 115, as we're going to see back throw. And back throw will get rid of the Hounds. Now it's going to be Zeldina against Azul Claro. So, a little correction. This Amiibo did not sit in the bench last year. This is a new Amiibo to Season 2 of the Squad Strike Amiibo draft list. It's just a little clarification. This is one of the Amiibo that B-Fans sent for Season number 2. So just a little clarification on something I said earlier. Alright, it's 4 Amiibo each right now, but the Zelda is down by a huge chunk. But we are still on the good chunk of starters that this team still has. So it's 141 to 43 right now, and Zeldina will get KO'd. So now here comes Shion, Nightmare's Violet, the main superstar of the team last season. And it's going to be forward smash. That's going to KO. Yup, that will be a good KO from Shion. Stealing those type of KOs at that percent from those tippers. That was one of the reasons why Shion racked up a huge amount of KOs and almost contended for that MVP race. Almost won the MVP, I'm sorry. It's going to be 23, 36 to 47, but that's going to be a side special from Crystal. This is Nightmare's Pokemon trainer against Nightmare's own Violet. Nightmare versus Nightmare. First we had Zorns versus Zorns, now it's Nightmare versus Nightmare. 75-82 as Flare Blitz going to send Shion off stage. Both of them trying to come back on stage from opposite sides, and Flare Blitz going to miss. Shion has an opportunity to possibly capitalize, and we set it down tilt whip. We're going to see a forward tilt though, and it's a switch to Squirtle. So, Nightmare not going to be as deadly as a threat. Sorry, Crystal not going to be as much of a threat, but that back air still able to catch Shion. So now here comes Chroma. This is still technically Nightmare versus Nightmare. It's going to be 15 to 124 as we start that up special. That up special will get rid of Crystals. Now it's going to be Chroma versus Cyber Sans. 2 Amiibo remain for each team. It's It's going to be 27-0 right now, as we're going to see down smash, followed by, let's see, nope, more down special from this new sword fighter, another down smash, Cyber Sands. Jab, jab, jab from Cyber Sands, as Chroma is going to come back on stage after a switch to Mithra. It's going to be 109 to 12%, and we see up smash from Cyber Sands. That will get rid of Chroma. Gloom Edge has a 1 versus 2 scenario because there is still Nightmare's hero in the back. 13 to 12. These, I believe these are the two teams who combined. I think these two teams alone have more than half of Nightmare's total Amiibo. I'll need to double check. That information, but I think these two teams combined have more than half of Nightmare's Amiibo. 82 to 35, 94 to 35 as Gloom Edge just getting bullied by Cyber Sands. We're going to see a back throw from Cyber Sands as I know Obsessed kind of said Cyber Sands were a little washed, but I don't think that is exactly true. I think Cyber Sands has the potential to be a starter in this league. And that is a 2 KO performance from Cyber Sands, which will get the 456 Squadron a win against your worst nightmare in this preseason. That's going to be, yeah, 5-3 actually, not 5-4. Alright, so 1 KO from Zeldina, Shion, and Chroma, but 2 KOs from Cyber Sands is the main part of the story, but Valerios will not get any action because last round 1AM accidentally scanned the wrong bin, and this round Cyber Sands just took the spotlight. Alright. So, NetEasy, I'm glad you're here because there's a chance that you could possibly just dominate this entire tournament. Like, I'm dead serious. Because there's a chance you might have a trainer ditto in a loser semifinals. But that'll be in a couple matches, if it happens. But let's get to your intermission. Alright. So, NetEasy's Olimar did advance to winners finals, but we need to decide who the opponent is going to be. Alright. So that opponent could either be Doodlebob or Fish. We're going to determine that match right now. Let's load in Raps Lucas Amiibo. Here comes Doodlebob. I'm SpongeBob. And now, let's bring in Crunchy's Link. Fish was a member of the Diddle Burritos who made it to the championship game last season. But Fish was taken in the expansion draft because the Diddle Burritos could only protect 4 of their 5 Amiibo. Well, with that being said, let's get started. I think you played against Doodlebob in the finals last time? Yes, you did play against Doodlebob in Grand Finals last tournament. Let's see if we get that Grand Finals rematch, but first Doodlebob needs to win this. Your intermission tournament is resuming now. Good luck. By the way, I forgot to mention, your next match after this is going to be Very Dark's team against the Diddle Burritos. Both teams are using their starters, so this could be a preview of a match we see in the regular season. Alright, so your winner's finals is going to be a rematch of the last tournament's grand finals. NetEasy's Olimar Uproot against Raps Lucas Doodlebob. So once again, winners finals, because they did meet in winners finals as well. It's going to be Uproot versus Doodlebob. Looking forward to that rematch. So Crunchy's Link Fips will fall down to losers semifinals. We'll face NetEasy's Link in a Ditto match when we come back after the next intermission. Alright. But let's get out of this intermission actually, because we got some squad strike to do, ladies and gentlemen. So, as I mentioned, both of these teams are using their starters. This is Very Dog's team against the Ditto Burritos. These two teams did a trade with each other after the draft. Crunchy's Ditto Burritos sent over Sauce Alger to Very Dog's team in exchange for Joe's Daboomin. Daboomin is not starting in this match right now. Maybe we see Daboomin in the second half of the preseason tomorrow or Saturday. But for now, we got more of the preseason action going on right here. This match is going to start right now. So this will be the second and final home game of the preseason for the Ditto Burritos. In the next match, they will have to go on the road twice. But it's going to be a match between starters and more starters. Alright, so Valorex versus Ditto. We're going to see a side special, and we're going to see forward throw into. We're going to see the forward smash come out from this Link. It's 25-25 each right now. Link tries going off stage but gets hit by the up special recovery. But up smash will land. It's 36-47. We see a boomerang land onto Crunchy, and now we see an up smash land onto Ditto. And now we see a forward smash. That will not be able to KO Ditto quite yet from that distance. We see a forward air attempted, but the air dodge, the AD, that gets out of it. 55-99 right now is down special. Down special. Do we see a third down special? We do not see a down special quite yet. We see a forward throw, however. 80-99% between these two Amiibo. It's going to be forward air from this Link. 80-121, and we do not see a forward air, and that's going to be high. And Ditto punished a little with that down air. 90-123. Up smash will get rid of Ditto, however. So now we're going to see Tilted, NetEasy's King Deity Amiibo. This King Deity is in top 8 of your second intermission tournament, by the way. So if you want, stay tuned for like the next 20-30 minutes. You will see this King Deity again in the intermission battle, but he will get that KO against Valorex. So now it's going to be NetEasy versus NetEasy. This is the Samus versus the King Deity. And it's going to be 36-15. We're going to see a side special. That will not land on Samus, however. It's 36-27, and we're going to see forward tilt. And we're going to see dash attack, which misses. Samus with the neutral special tries going for the throw, but King Deity was in the air. So it's down throw into up air for King Deity in retaliation. 69-34 as King Deity approaching, but barely out of range of Samus's grab. The tether grab. 93-105-34, and side B, that will land, but it will not stick to the ledge, and that one will also land. Purple Limbs is off stage, should be able to come back onto the stage, barely gets back onto the stage, and now it's back on the stage. It gets launched off again with a down tilt, and we're going to see another down tilt from Tilted, and it's going to be, let's see, do we see a third down tilt? Do we see a forward air? That forward air will get rid of Purple Limbs, so now here comes Joe's Cloud Amiibo, Tifa, and you see a forward smash, not able to KO quite yet. Joe's Cloud will just stay on stage, gets hit by forward air in recovery though. 25-68, we see that forward smash get shielded. We're going to see forward throw. Your Samus doesn't usually grab that much, lol. Bruh. Your Samus is throwing just because it's on Very Dog's team. That's my headcanon. 55-117 right now, as it's going to be forward tilt from this King Deity. Cloud with neutral air, able to interrupt this Deity, comes back safely onto the stage, gets out of that down tilt, and we're going to see out of parry. Cloud will use a forward smash, and that will get rid of Tilted. So it's 3 Amiibo each. Now we have Tifa versus Freak. In the first half of the season, this hero Amiibo was pulling off all sorts of crazy KOs. We're going to see a forward tilt, and we're going to see, he almost got that down air. He was about to relive that reputation right there. 82-38%, and we're going to see a back throw from this hero, and we're going to see forward air. So we will get that KO against Tifa. So now we're going to see Uproot. This is NetEasy's Olimar. He's currently getting king. I can't speak English. That critical hit broke my ability to speak English for a second. 29-66. And it's going to be Olimar with a down throw into the purple Pikmin is now available for this Olimar. But gets hit by the down air. Freak lands a down air on this Olimar, not able to KO quite yet as the uproot comes back onto the stage. By the way, if this hero does get KO'd, we will see the debut of Cry's Admin. We did see Amiibo in the intermission tournament, but let's see. Try to go in for that down air, I think that Olimar, but does not land. We're going to see a forward throw, 84 to 129, and Hero, Freak, comes back onto the stage, 84 129 still, 84 135, and just going to come back onto the stage slowly. Gonna miss that down air, and we see another no down air attempt. That one will land though. Freak will land that down air against Uproot. So now it's gonna be Sauce Aldre. The Dr. Mario is a very dark scene traded for, sending the Boomin. Reflects that fireball though, and we're gonna see just a pill spam, and forward smash. So now it's gonna be a 2-to-1 situation for this Dr. Mario. As it's gonna be Sauce Aldre versus Cry's Admin. This is Joe's Joker Amiibo. Up tilt into up air, just trying to land some of his combos. Gets hit by that forward smash. We're about 2/3 of the way from Arsene being ready, but Sauce Aldre needs to come back onto the stage first, and he will. Alright, but here comes the back throw from the Joker. Arsene just charging slowly, and Arsene, one hit away from Arsene being available. Arsene is now available for this Joker. It's 87 to 93 right now, though, and we're going to see forward tilt into forward tilt. It's 112 to 93 as we see the guns attempt to go. And 2-frame down smash from Cry's Admin will get the Ditto Burritos this win against Very Dark's team, as both teams pulled out the starters for this match. Sorry, pulled in the starters. So it's going to be a 5-3 victory for the Ditto Burritos. Not bad, not bad. 2 KOs from Tilted, 2 KOs from Freak, and the ceiling KO from Cry's Admin. We have yet to see Raikou at all, and we will not see Raikou today. Maybe tomorrow we'll see Raikou. Who knows. But let's get into that intermission. We have some losers semifinals, quarterfinals, semifinals actually, to decide. Yeah, this is losers semifinals. That critical hit is still breaking my ability to speak English. So, if both of NetEasy's Amiibo win these next 2 matches, NetEasy will have 2 Amiibo in top 3 no matter what. It will be the Olimar, the Olimar, Raps Lucas, and either his Link or his King DB. But first, a Link Ditto between Crunchy and NetEasy. Oop, Fish, failed to load. Fish, hello, you wanna, just appear? Fish is failing me. Okay, that's, weird. Let me, try loading different Amiibo real quick. Fish, alright. Abracadabra, Fish shall load. There we go. Alright, let's get that Amiibo scanned in now. Alright, so it's going to be Fips versus what goes up if my power tag wants to act properly. There we go. What goes up? Get the dove. What goes up must keep going up. This Link Ditto is starting now for your intermission. Now it's loaded. Good luck. Oh, by the way, coming up next is going to be Time Zone Squad against Toronto. Alright, so Crunchy's Link Fips has advanced to losers finals of the second intermission tour. But on your next match of the intermission, we're going to have Nightmare's Pyramithra against NetEasy's King GD. NetEasy can still get 2 Amiibo in the top 3. But let's get back to your squad strike. So, we got Time Zone Squad against Toronto. In the last round, that Lucina you see there on the right, Liness Alpha, she had not 1, not 2, but 3 KOs against your worst nightmare, and that team was using their starters. Now this team, the Time Zone Squad, isn't exactly using all of their starters in this match. They're trying to figure out who they want to use to replace that number 4 slot, even though Slime God is still around. But can Liness deal with that same energy in this round? Or will it fall short to Lucina Ditto? That's what we're going to find out right now. So both teams are trying a Lucina lead right now, Time Zone Squad and Toronto. Time Zone Squad with their own Lucina, Rin Penrose, which is trained by 1AM. And this is Nobody's Lucina, Linus Alpha, who was trained by Nobody on Toronto's roster. Alright, and immediate forward air. It's just same brain cell activities from these 2 Lucinas. Beautiful, beautiful. It's 36-32 right now between these 2 Lucinas as Rin is going to land forward tilt on Liness, another forward tilt on Liness, and down smash gets parried, so Rin gets hit by the forward smash from Liness. Liness off stage, and that's going to KO Rin. Liness with 1 KO already, easily taking care of the opposing Lucina. So now here comes Nightmare Virus, your worst nightmares. I forgot how to speak English. Your worst nightmares plant Amiibo, and that's gonna be a forward smash. Liness already at 106%, but comes back onto the stage, and it's gonna be 28 to 50 to 130. As we're going to see a forward smash from this Lucina, and gonna chase the Prime off stage. Yes, we'll chase that Prime off stage, and back air. That's gonna be 2 KOs from Liness Alpha. Luckman, if you're watching this, you need to start this Lucina. I know I told you already, but okay, Informer will get rid of Liness, but that is 5 KOs in 2 rounds from this Lucina in the preseason. And the thing is, okay, even though I probably won't start Rin in the regular season, a Nightmare Virus is an Amiibo I'm considering the starter. Like, that is a starter-worthy Amiibo. 4 of those 5 KOs were on starting or starter-worthy Amiibo. Alright, it's going to be 59 to 40% right now between Informer and Echo Narc. Informer, this is 1AM's own Bible Amiibo. 1AM only put 2 Amiibo, and he spot dodged the down special. Echo Narc just spot dodged the down special. And he's going to KO Informer. This is the 4-2 situation for Toronto against the Time Zone Squad. It's going to be 17 to 62 right now, so we're going to see an up smash, and we're going to see Padarera's Me Brawler is out right now, and that shot put will get interrupted. It's going to be 63 to 62. By the way, completely unrelated, but have you seen on the internet? So Brock Lesnar has a daughter who attends Colorado State University, and she is the 4-time conference champion in shot put. You know, those like heavy balls that you throw, all that. She is the 4-time conference champion of the MAC, I believe. That's the conference Colorado State's in. Mountain Area Conference, I believe is what it's called. Or Mid-Area. Sorry, not MAC, Mountain West Conference. Sorry, MAC, that's Mid-America Conference. My bad. But I'm mixing up college conferences. But have y'all like seen that? And like, here's the thing. His daughter, she is literally built just like Brock Lesnar. Like, I know, genetics, all that. You get something from your mom, something from your dad. No, she got everything from the dad. Like, straight up. She just looks like straight up female Brock Lesnar. And Shy Girl will get KOs. It's going to be a 4-1 situation right now. As Equinart does get that KO, we're going to see a down smash as there's going to be no more Levin Sword for now. The Tome going to interrupt Slime God, and we're going to see a jab come out on Slime God. It's going to be neutral special, which he just jumped over. Alright. 42 to 107 right now, and we are going to see... Let's see. Bang. Which gets parried. Maybe a Sizz. Not quite the Riz yet. 47 to 124, and we're going to see a side special. That will get rid of Equinart. So we're going to see Silly, Joe's Pyramithra will come out for Toronto. This is still a 4-1 scenario. I do not expect Slime God to make a comeback, but if he does, oh my god, he'll just steal that number 4 slot of the whole playoffs unless he like messes and chokes. 87 to 11 right now, as we're gonna see a up throw followed by, do we see up smash from this Pyra? We see a down smash actually. It's 106 to 11, and it's gonna be neutral air. 118 to 11% right now. Up smash which gets shielded, down smash gets dodged, and here comes a down smash from Slime God followed by Slide Up. Yeah, gets hit, and that's gonna be a 5-2 victory for Toronto. But Linus Alpha just doing a whole bunch of damage for this team, like insane. I fully expect this Lucina to be in that number 1 spot for Toronto when Season 2 begins. We're only halfway through the preseason right now. Well, we're going to be halfway through the preseason. We're like halfway through this round right now. But yeah, Luckman, you need to start that Lucina. That Lucina is insane. And NetEasy, you and me do face each other in the next round of the preseason. As promised, I will use my actual starters. I will use my starters. I don't know if I'll use Slime God or if I'll use like Informer or someone else, because I'm still trying to figure out who I want to use in that number 4 slot. But let's get to your intermission, because we have some more top 8 drama to decide. Nightmare's Pyramithra versus NetEasy's King DD. I don't have an intermission for the intermission. My battery died. Alright, technical difficulties as one of you needs to recharge his Pro Controller. I'm still here. I just gotta reroute that wire to the back and knock over my food. There we go, there we go. That should probably fix things. It should have enough juice to reboot. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Alright. So now we got that fixed. Let's load Nightmare's Pyramithra against NetEasy's King DD. So here comes Chroma being loaded right now. And on the other side, we're gonna have okay, now Power Tag doesn't really work. We're gonna have Tilted, NetEasy's King DD Amiibo. Alright, so your loser semifinal match of this intermission is starting right now. Good luck. Oh, by the way, coming up next is going to be Ceiling Fans versus the Novas.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Focus on stretching your back. Now return to your original position.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Feel the stretch in your side. Now, return to your original position. Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. While exhaling, lean forward and touch your toes with both hands. Return to your original position.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Keep your hands and heels on the floor. Hold this pose for 30 to 40 seconds. Now return to your original position.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Distribute your weight equally between both legs. Now, return to your original position.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Keep training and working on your sides. Now return to your original position.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Stand straight and try to keep your hips aligned with your back. Now, return to your original position.
Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate. Feel the stretch in your sides. Now return to your original position.
So, Nightmare's Pyramithra will advance to top 4 of your losers semifinals. So Chroma, so your top 4 is Uproot, Doodlebob, Phipps, and Chroma. I just realized I forgot to load the last Amiibo. I think this should be it though. Yeah, okay. Alright. Wait. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah. I'm forgetting. I will try to stop forgetting. I will probably not forget the fact that we have ceiling fans against the Novas though, right now on your 4th match of round number 2. So let's get started. It's going to be same rosters as last time. Teams just trying to figure out some of the Amiibo they want to try using for this upcoming season. So not all of your starters are going to see action, but let's get started. Alright, so we got Bloom, Doom, Nephilim, Starless, and the Reaper against Purple Kelly, Higame. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Geralt, Carl Magnus, and Kashtira. Let's get started. I forget it always takes a little while to load. Like, I know I've been doing this for like a little while now, but it always takes forever to like load these squad check matches sometimes. Alright, but Bloom for Michaela, it's gonna be the Throb plant against Michaela's Robin. We see a down smash, we see a Leviton sword down smash, we see up throw into up air, and we see a down smash. It's 75 to 21 right now. Bloom was one of the starters for the Stealing fans, got traded from the Novas though. Actually, no. Bloom was always on the roster. Bloom was always on the roster for Standing Fans. Just got added to the starting roster after the trade. Alright, so neutral air into forward dash attack. It's 104 to 64% right now. As we're going to see up throw, followed by up there. And we're going to see neutral air gets interrupted as this Robin trying to charge a Thoron. This Robin has a Thoron available if she wants to use it, but will not be able to because of the up smash from Bloom. So now we're going to see Panger's Pokemon trainer, whose name I still don't know how to pronounce. This is a Charizard lead, by the way, but immediately switches to Squirtle and gets hit by the up smash. And we're going to see just another hit, and we see a switch to Ivysaur. So it's going to be Ivysaur out now, and we see side special, followed by up air, and Ivysaur's up air will get rid of Bloom. So now it's going to be Doom versus Higame. Or Higame. Oh no. Oh wait, he will make it back. Okay, Fairy Dodge Stuck Mario will make it back onto the stage. Okay. Here comes a jab from this Ivysaur. 83 to 44. I need to ask Pang how to pronounce it now that I've actually tried because I still don't think I'm correct no matter what I do. 83 to 66 and 92 to 66. Up smash coming out. And Charizard is now available. We can just forward throw. We can just Flare Blitz, and that's gonna land. Yep, that's gonna be a Flare Blitz. So now here comes the Yoshi. Soulman's Yoshi and Philin. And that up smash not able to KO quite yet, and we do not see a switch. And we're gonna see forward smash, which gets rid of the Charizard. So now it's gonna be the Philin versus Geralt. This is Victex's Sephiroth Amiibo. And we're gonna see a smash from this Yoshi, followed by forward tilt from the Sephiroth. Another forward tilt, but that one went high and missed. It's going to be Snap and off special, which gets interrupted. We're going to see just trading hits back and forth as Sephiroth now has that wing available. And if Philip, Soulman's Yoshi, just dealing some good damage, even if these aren't exactly all the starters. 75 to 80% right now as we see forward tilt, but was trying to charge Fireball, but Geralt will get that KO. Has not taken any damage since getting that wing activated. But now, here comes the throw. Starless is out. This is Panger's Ganondorf Amiibo against Panger's team. And we're going to see Up Smash get parried. We're going to see Up Smash get landed though. 2 Amiibo remain now, and we're going to see Carl Magnus, Crunchy's hero Amiibo. We're going to see a down throw into forward air with misses, down throw into forward air, but that one does land. It's actually a neutral air, my apologies. 59 to 0 right now. We're going to see neutral air into Ganondorf. Up Smash gets parried. Down Smash will not land. Snooze. Oh, he barely got out of that snooze range. Barely. And that would have been huge. 120 to 0 right now, as it's going to be Hero with the neutral special and just hits a forward smash. So Carl Magnus has taken 0 damage so far, and now it's going to be the Reaper in a 1 versus 2 situation between this hero and this wolf. As dealing 24% right now, and he's come back on stage as Ivysaur is now out for the Reaper. 35, now it's going to be Charizard. 35 to 67. This is where the big damage comes in. And immediately switches to Squirtle. So it's going to be 52 to 67. This is a Pokemon trainer that just swapped, and now is back to what it originally started. It just needs to swap. 52 to 79. And we're going to see a back throw from the Squirtle. It's going to be up special. Forward air. Ivysaur is now out for the Reaper. Any off stage or just comes back onto the stage. Charizard is now out, and that's going to be a point blank Flare Blitz to get rid of Carl Magnus. Now we're going to see Kashtira for the first time of this preseason. It's 115 to 0 right now as Charizard comes back on the stage with a down air, but Wolf comes in, neutral special, tries using his neutral special, but doesn't land. Forward tilt. 144 to 17 right now is the difference right now, and we're going to see a Flare Blitz. 156 to 55. Do we see another flare blitz? We're gonna see a switch to Squirtle, and Squirtle is not gonna attack. Squirtle will not attack, and Cash Tiara will win for the Novas, 5 to 4. All right. So that's a 5-4 victory for the Novas over the Ceiling Fans. Let's get straight into your intermission. We got 3 matches remaining to this round. All right. Winners Finals. We will be finishing this tournament tonight. Intermission Tournament 2. And I'll set up the sub app for Tournament 3 after this. I'm leaning towards S+ tier and below for the next tournament, by the way, so just a heads up on that. But we got Winners Finals. This is a rematch of the last tournament's Winners Finals, which eventually led to the last tournament's Grand Finals. In Player 1, we have Uproot, which is Net, Easy's Olimar Amiibo. And in that Player number 2 slot, we are going to have Raps, Lucas, Doodlebob. So Winners Finals is getting started right now of your intermission. Good luck. I keep forgetting to say who's next. It's going to be No Custody versus Detroit Red Wings when we come back from the intermission. Alright, Uproot has done it. Uproot is 1 win away from taking back-to-back tournaments. Uproot is now on the winner's side of Grand Finals. Alright. When we get to our next intermission, we're going to decide who's going to make it on the losers finals with losers semifinals. But for now, because I forgot to do a losers semifinal match, I forgot to do that. But let's get to your squad strike. I completely forgot to do losers semifinals. Olimar is such an undertrained character, so easy, underrated character, so easy, but nobody trains him. I need to trade an Olimar. That's the thing. I have an Olimar. Well, I have every character. I just need to train my Olimar. Maybe because let's see. I do plan to train like 2 Amiibo for season 3. All that. That might be 1 or 2 Amiibo I'll consider. I'm thinking Banjo and Olimar for season 3. But I definitely need to train an Olimar. All right. So we got no custody against the Detroit Red Wings. No custody. Bajista had a 0-to-death in the last match against Starbreakers. And Detroit, they had a back-and-forth match with the Time Zone squad in this preseason. But let's get started with this matchup. Alright. So it's Bajista, Zeta Prime, Big Deity, Pump Patch, and Spooky versus Herobrine, Paganini, Papaya, Gnaw, and Spammerman. Let's get started. I am out of water, by the way, and yeah. So next intermission, I'm gonna get some water.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so Bajista versus Herobrine are your leaders for this game of the preseason. It's gonna be 27-33 as the Blurring Blade misses. That down smash will land on Bajista though, and Bajista already using 2 feathers so far. It's only been 13 seconds, 2 feathers have already been used by Bajista. And Herobrine will fall short. So here comes Paganini, as Bajista already has 3 KOs, I believe. That's gonna be the 3rd 4-feather use. As this Banjo-Kazooie using the feathers more often than we usually see from Banjo and Squad Strike. Gonna be a forward smash, gonna be a down tilt, and we're gonna see the forward smash. Yep, up smash. Paganini at 42%, and we're gonna see up air followed by forward air from this Banjo. This Banjo only at 51%, and that's gonna be a forward smash, and that will KOs. That's gonna be 2 KOs in the span of 45 seconds. So now it's gonna be Bajista versus Papaya. And we're gonna see Jeb Jeb, but the up smash does not land. 74% that Bajista is at right now. 2 feathers remain. Does he want to use them? Forward smash collides with up smash. 85-35 right now. 97-35. And we're going to see side special. So Bajista only has 1 side B left. Does he want to save that for recovery, or does he want to use that for offense? That's what we'll find out. He's just gonna get KO'd, so we're never gonna find out. So here comes Zeta Prime after Bajista dealing 2 KOs to his team and 67% already to Papaya. This is Lucille's Ryu Amiibo. It's going to be 14 to 89% right now, 14 to 91. It's going to be Jab Jab, but this Ryu does not close those Shoryukens. There's another Jab Jab. 49 to 114, as we're going to see 57 to 114. This Prime Plant trying to close that gap slowly. Ryu misses the Shoryuken, and let's see. He's gonna come up close. No, he's not. He's gonna get hit by the up smash. It's 95 to 127 as Papaya could make this close, but both Amiibo got launched and coming back onto the stage. 120 to 146. Easy. Shoryuken get missed from the Ryu. That was gonna be a half circle attempt, but the half circle does not land. We're gonna see Lucia special. So it's gonna be 3 Amiibo each. Papaya has 2 KOs so far in this match. But here is Big DD. This is Boba THRT's King Deity Amiibo. We're gonna see the Spike Ball collide with the Gordo. 19 to 179. This Prawn Plant is still alive at, and the Spike Ball gonna land in the recovery. 40 to 179. Up smash makes this 57 to 179. Another up smash makes it 73 to 179. Could we see 3 KOs from Papaya? This Prawn Plant is at 179%, still very much alive right now. We're gonna see down special comes back onto the stage. He's come back onto the stage. 101 to 179, and will not get that 3rd KO as Big DD puts an end to Papaya. But now we see Gnaw. And Gnaw will have a key, and Try to interrupt the King Deity. It's 121 to 12 right now. This is 3 Amiibo to 2, so this is still a very, very close match. Papaya doing everything to make sure this match remains closer and closer. It's going to be Gnaw interrupting the Squirtles, 152, 161. Can Gnaw land a smash attack? And he will in a 2-frame. So now it's going to be 2 Amiibo each. Pump Patch versus Gnaw versus the up throw into up air, followed by forward smash, 39 to 12. We see a Cherry attempted, but that Cherry not going to land. Dash attack comes out from Pump Patch, lands on the Gnaw. Hydrant lands on Pump Patch. And we're going to see up tilt, but neutral air in retaliation. 57 to 40 as we're going to see Pac-Man with a forward smash, but gets shielded. That one gets parried. And down smash from Pump Patch onto Gnaw. 57 each. Jumps over the Fireball. Neutral air. The grab is going to miss from the Pac-Man. Down smash gets parried. And it's going to be side special in the forward air from this hero. Not able to kill the Pac-Man quite yet. Both of them trying to come back onto the stage. And Pac-Man got caught in the tornado, taking some more damage. And oh! He missed the trampoline. 67 to 0% right now. 86-0 as Spammerman is the last Amiibo for Detroit. And we're going to see jab, but no. Lemons. We're going to see a forward smash. 93 to 22. Hero trying to go for that down air. I don't know if that down air would KO or not. 93 to 22. 93 to 29 as we see another neutral special. More lemons come from this Mega Man. It's 98 to 29, and we're going to see Mega Man with a neutral air. Up smash. That is going to land, but not KO quite yet from Spammerman. It's going to be... let's see, 115 to 52 right now as Pump Patch still alive. Down smash does not land. We're going to see more lemons coming out from this Mega Man. Lemon and lemon, up smash, and the up air. We do not see it up air, but we are going to see a down smash get parried, and that down smash gets landed because Mega Man missed the up smash out of the parry. Jab, jab, jab from this hero, followed by another jab, jab, jab. Oh! Up smash from this Mega Man is going to make this last Amiibo each. Now it's going to be Spooky, which is Nobody's Meta Knight, facing his former team in Detroit. 9 versus 98 right now. Mega Man with the up smash. Mega Man is going to interrupt the side B with the lemon. It's 30 to 111 as Spammerman comes back onto the stage. Spammerman just interrupting with spam. That's what he does. Up airs, tries to go up airs, but does not land them. It's going to be up smash into, do we see up air? We do see up air, but it does not land. And can he capitalize off that punch? He will. It's 84 to 112 right now. This is a 2-to-1 scenario, but Spooky will make sure that comeback does not happen. A 5-4 victory for No Custody as Spooky, a former Detroit Red Wing, wins against Detroit. Two KOs from Bajista gave No Custody a huge lead, but then 2 KOs from Papaya made this a close match for the rest of the game. Alright, let's jump into losers semifinals of your intermission tournament. Alright, so 1AM forgot to do losers semifinals, so we're going to go straight to that right now. We are going to finish this tournament tonight, by the way, so even if there is like no more squad strike matches to do, because it's only 2 matches left, we are going to finish this at least. I'm not gonna leave y'all on a cliffhanger. There will be no cliffhangers unless the power goes out for some reason. Alright, so Fitch versus Nightmare Pyro Mithra. Chroma. Alright. And this is going to be losers semifinals of the intermission tournament. Good luck. By the way, your next match is going to be the Swarm versus Edmonton. The last match, as well as these next 2, are matchups that do not happen in the regular season, by the way. Alright, so Chroma will advance to losers finals to face Doodle Bob, and the winner of that will face NetEasy's Olimar in the grand finals. This tournament will be finished today, even if there's only 2 more Squad Strike matches remaining. With that being said, let's get into your Squad Strike. Alright, 1 of 2 matches remaining for tonight of your preseason. For the first part of the preseason, we'll be doing more preseason when we do our next stream. But we got the Swarm versus Edmonton. Same rosters as the previous round. Let's get started. So as mentioned, Edmonton did lose 3 of their starters. They lost AI. Sorry, I can't speak right now. Edmonton lost 3 of their starters in the offseason to the expansion draft. They lost Antivirus, they lost Zeta Prime, and they also lost Zerby. So let's see if Edmonton is able to rebuild after losing 3 Amiibo in the expansion draft. As for the Swarm, they lost one of their most key contributors in the expansion draft because they did not protect him. So they are also trying to rebuild their roster. These are 2 teams that missed the playoffs, but we could possibly see some promise as the rosters got shifted thanks to the draft and expansion. So Baba Booey versus Crouch. These are both of Victex's own Amiibos. We're going to see down throw in the forward air from this Olimar, and they're both off stage. They're going to come back on, up air, into up smash, which does not land, but that up smash will land. It's 80% on this DD, no damage from the Olimar yet, onto the Olimar. And we'll see up smash, 100 to nothing, 114 to nothing. Will this DD get 0 to death by technicality? That's what we're going to find out. It's going to be 0 to 127, 0 to 139, 0 to, nope, 13 to 155. Okay, but this Olimar still has a massive lead against King DD at 13 to 165. And it's going to be down there from this King DD, followed by a back throw from this Olimar, and off stage, King DD hits a forward air, interrupts any edge guard attempts. 59 to 182, as we're going to see King D just run into that forward smash and get KO'd. So here comes AI Sonic, who did lead Edmonton in KOs. Edmonton, unlike the Swarm, did not lose their team leader in KOs to the expansion draft. 88 to 5% right now, 99 to 10, and we see a forward smash from AI Sonic. That will get rid of Baba Booey. So now here comes Vin Diesel, Sulman's Ganondorf, who started to get hot in the second half of the season for the Swarm. 0 to 45 right now, but 16 to 45 thanks to a forward smash from AI Sonic and another forward smash. And we see up special. It's going to be 32 to 45. We see a Doya from Vin Diesel. 32 to 72. And we see a side special, and that's going to come back on. But parry, out of parry, Bandor with the up smash. 49 to 72. Up air, back air. That's going to interrupt whatever Ganondorf's trying to do. Forward tilt, and the egg. And Vin Diesel will not make it back. The egg will also KO. You think Age is also underrated? Yeah. I keep thinking that Pyro and Mythra are still B+ tier, even though they're not A tier. That's another Amiibo I also want to train, but the thing is, most likely for Season 3, you'll only be able to send 2 Amiibo. I might change that though, depending on how many Amiibo we do have for the actual draft. But it's going to be like 2 or 3 Amiibo for 2 rounds. That 2 round is a flat number. Alright. 118 to 114, as we're going to see 125 to 114. 130 to 114, 135 to 114, and Link Sidon will get hit by another thing, but that will still put him under the stage in KOs. So AI Sonic has 2 KOs, as we see the debut of Strong 280. This is Penger's Palutena Amiibo, who gets that immediate KO on AI Sonic. We saw this Palutena have some action in the intermission tournaments, but now actually participating in the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. Dracula Flow, Michaela's Mii Brawler, is out now for Edmonton as it's 46 to 26. We're going to see side special, nope. We're going to see forward smash miss, and forward tilt from this Palutena. Autoretico will miss, side special will miss too. Michaela's Mii Brawler goes to that forward smash. That will not KO Strong 280 quite yet. Strong 280 will be able to come back onto the stage. Both Amiibo on the stage now. Side special will miss from this Mii Brawler. Jabs were attempted, but jabs will clash with each other. 71 to 58% right now. 81 to 58 as we're going to see a forward throw. 94 to 58 as, let's see, 96, 58, and Strong 280 with down throw into just teleport back onto the stage. We're see up special, on stage up special on Strong 280. 96 to 90, as it is 2 Amiibo to 3 right now. I am out of water. 103 to 98. And strong 280 comes back onto the stage, so it's Dracula Flow with a side special, but that gets shielded, and down smash, which gets avoided by a spot dodge. Down special will whiff, and Dracula Flow will get punished for that, but will land that one. So it's going to be a 3-1 scenario for Mr. Ninja, Dupe's me Sword Fighter. Dupe was on the rosters in Season 1, but did not participate because he was benched the entire season. I believe he was on the Swarm's bench though, however. 15 to 141 as needs to get rid of this Mii Brawler, Mr. Ninja. And this Ninja go get hit by a down special from Dracula Flow. And a side special, Dracula Flow, Michaela's Mii Brawler, trying to get one of those roster spots in Edmonton's starting order. And might be able to, but gets killed right now. But that is 77% dealt on the Mr. Ninja as Quandale Dingle comes with the forward smash. And that Doria will get Edmonton a win. A 5-3 victory specifically. Three KOs from AI Sonic as AI Sonic continues to prove why he was the team leader for Edmonton in KOs last season. Alright, we got one more match left to the squad strike. However, you might be here for something a little more important. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for losers finals of the second intermission tournament. Let's bring in Doodlebob to face off against Chroma. The winner of this losers finals will face off against NetEasy Olimar Uproot in Grands. Good luck. By the way, for our final match, we're gonna have Dynamic Divorce against the Starbreakers.
3, 2, 1, go!
You've got to be kidding me. A 0 to death from Doodlebob to immediately start this losers finals.
Game. Pyro wins.
Despite suffering a 0-to-death at the very beginning of Losers Finals, Nightmares Pyra Mithra Chroma will advance to the Grand Finals of Intermission Tournament 2. Alright. We will do Grand Finals once we get this last Squad Strike match done. And that last match is going to be Dynamic Divorce against the Starbreakers. So, same rosters as last time. Hopefully MacBook does not get 0-to-deathed by Big Left. But let's get started. Alright. So we got Big Left, Piglet, to be determined, Fight Me, and Mythos versus MacBook, Big Sword, Acorno, Antivirus, and hi, I'm Paul. Let's get started with your final preseason match of the night. By the way, this is going to be the home stage reveal for the Starbreakers. Their home stage is Lilac Cruise Battlefield Forum. Now, there is going to be one more home stage reveal tomorrow because Very Doggish's team has changed their home stage from Battlefield Forum to a brand new stage that just finished construction for the second season. Alright. After this match, it's 81-74. We will not see a 0-to-death for any of these, but MacBook getting close to having that KO punch available against his Fox, and he will not need to use it because he will just KO with a forward tilt. But for KO punch, and he use it against this little back. He will lose a KO punch against this Ganondorf. It's 0-107, and now we're going to have a Ganondorf Ditto. Piglet versus Big Sword. Piglet, who spent some time on the championship roster, did not spend as much time as a starter against the #1 overall pick in the Season 2 draft. Who will come out on top of this Ganondorf Ditto? Let's see. 54, 52, Piglet off stage, comes back on, hits Big Sword, and Big Sword gonna get hit. 80, it's 54 to 88, and Piglet will win this Ganondorf Ditto. So now here comes Lucille's Piranha Plant, Acorno. She's gonna do down throw in the forward air as Piglet at 77% right now. Acorno was taken first overall in the expansion draft from the Swarm because the Swarm did not protect their KO leader. It's 77 to 30% right now. It's going to be 101, 115, and back air. So now we're going to have Plant versus Plant. To be determined against Acorno. This is Bunsui's Piranha Plant. And let's see, 0-60, 0-73. It's going to be that spike ball. Going to get around that spike ball there, Acorno. 25 to 73 right now, so we're going to see neutral air, up smash, out of parry, and it's going to be Poison Cloud attempt, but Poison Cloud will not land from Acorno. It's going to be 47 to 80 as Acorno try going for that down special, but down special will not land. It's going to be 54, 68 to 93, and down special, that will land. So it's 89 to 103 right now between these two Piranha Plant Amiibo. And that down special will not land from Acorno. It's 89, 114 right now. As down special, that one will whiff from Acorno. That one will just miss straight up completely. And a full charge Poison Cloud does do a little bit of damage onto Acorno. Acorno still alive at 147%. Lucille's Piranha Plant. And, tried going for that down air attempt, but will not land it. And 2 frame on that down special. Earned to be determined. Gets a KO against that. And now we have Antivirus. This is Suman's Hero Amiibo. Tried going for that bang against Earned to be determined. Only one hit of that forward tilt will land though. 131 to 0. And neutral special will land. Not able to KO quite yet as this hero has a mid-charge fireball. And we're going to see a forward throw. Earn to be determined. Still alive at 155%. But that is still to be determined whether he lives or dies. It's going to be up tilt followed by another up tilt. 167%. 178. And now it is determined that he will not survive. Fight Me versus Antivirus. This is Bunsui's Meta Knight Amiibo for Dynamic Divorce. We're going to see, the Meta Knight goes off stage. Hero who should be able to come back onto the stage. Now he might fall short. He might be short. No, comes back onto the stage. 0-64. Here comes Meta Knight with a neutral air. Now the hero is going to be short. The hero is going to be short this time. For real. So it's going to be Fight Me and Mythos against Hi, I'm Paul. So which is Diddy Kong. So it's gonna be 0 to 14, as we're gonna see this Diddy Kong just getting hit and hit and hit and hit. He might be too far. No, he's gonna come back on with the jetpack. Yeah, he will come back. But those neutral airs from that Meta Knight, that would have sent many Amiibo just way too far. 0 to 69% right now as Meta Knight with the neutral air. Is Diddy Kong should be able to come back with jetpack? No, falls short. And Dynamic Divorce will get this 5-2 victory against Starbreakers to finish the first half of the preseason. 2 KOs from Piglet, but 2 KOs from Fight Me, as who knows, maybe one of these Amiibo could be a round 1 starter for the defending champion. We'll just have to find out when we get to round number 1, but that won't be next stream, that'll be the stream afterwards, unless I do like some sort of gorilla. Alright, but we have more important matters at hand. Ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, Grand Finals of your second intermission tournament. We are going to have NetEasy's Olimar Amiibo, Uproot, facing off against Nightmare's Pyra Mythra Chroma. Nightmare needs 2 wins in order to win the tournament, while Uproot only needs 1. And since we don't have anything else going on, I am going to commentate this 5 stocks best of 1 grand finals. Good luck. Alright, so the first match of grand finals is going to be on Magnuson Omega Form, and that's already going to be 20%, 38%, 45% down onto the Pyra Mythra, 64% as NetEasy going to go off stage, and that's going to be a down air, and that's going to be a 0 to death. Uproot with a 0 to death on Chroma to start off this grand finals, but that is not the end quite yet, because Chroma has been 0 to death before and has made the comeback regardless. We saw this in the last match in Losers Finals, so this is still not over quite yet. It's 56 to 59, 74 to 59, and we are going to see a forward smash. Nope, we're going to see an up smash from this Olimar, 74 to 88, and Chroma already at 98%. The Mythra is out now, 81 to 98% as Pyra back on stage, and Olimar going to land an up smash, and that's going to be 2 stocks in 45 seconds from this Olimar. This Olimar building a huge lead, but finally gets KO'd more than 45 seconds in. Mythra will be out and active for this duo. It's going to be 0 to 18% as Mythra needs to find some sort of way to gain ground against this Olimar if they want to force a bracket reset, because already 54%, already 65%, and they're going to be way too far. That's already 3 stocks taken in 65 seconds. Uproot just dominating in this grand final so far. It is 10 to 23 right now. That's a 4-2 scenario with Uproot in the lead. Uproot is gonna force Pyra to come out, and Pyra with that forward smash is 41 to 49, but that is still a 2 stock difference right now. Olimar gonna just not come back onto the stage. He can afford those type of stocks. Right now. It's a 3-2 scenario right now between Uproot and Chroma. Chroma should use this as an opportunity to possibly force a comeback though. Let's see, 13, 75, and Mythra gonna come back on stage and will be able to safely come back onto the stage and gets back thrown immediately. 13 to 99% as we're gonna see this Olimar with another back throw. 13 to 118 as 1 more hit, maybe 2 more hits, and this Pyra will be at the last stock. Sorry, this Mythra. We see a down smash, and we're going to see the blue Pikmin. It's 24 to 147 right now as side B is going to get shielded completely, and we're going to see a back throw from this Olimar. And down air does not land. It's going to be 47 to 158% right now, and that forward smash is going to make this 2 stocks each. So, Chroma trying to force a little comeback, but it's going to be a 1-2 scenario. Chroma needs to get 2 KOs without losing her last stock in order to force this bracket reset. And we see a down smash. And Olimar throwing away, expecting to come back onto the stage. It's 25 to 11% right now. We're going to see a side special. Now we're going to see a up special. It's 48 to 11 right now. And we're going to see forward smash misses. We're going to see switch to Mythra, and it's 63 to 27 as Mythra. Oh, they're off stage. They're going to come back on stage though. 67 to 34% right now. Up special. That is not going to be the explosion landing on Olimar, however, because Pyra grabbed the ledge. 72 to 55 right now. 72 to 77. This is still a 1 stock difference as Uproot is just 1 KO away from winning the tournament and being able to win back-to-back tournaments. That's going to send Chroma too far, I believe, and Chroma is going to be... No! NetEasy will save Chroma right now. Wants to get a more satisfactory KO. It's 89 to 139% right now, and let's see, Olimar with an up smash. Uproot has won back-to-back intermission tournaments. So congratulations to NetEasy for winning back-to-back intermission tournaments with his Olimar Uproot. I was going to make the next intermission tournament S plus and below, but I just want to see if he can go for the three-peat. I'll open the sub app as soon as this live stream ends, all that, but congratulations to NetEasy for winning the intermission tournament again. Next intermission tournament might be 5 Amiibo or 6 Amiibo though, because I want to make sure this baby lasts the whole season. But 2 characters who are seen as underrated, dueling each other in this grand finals. Olimar comes out at top. Yeah, celebration emote. Whoops. Celebration. Woo! Yay! Weehee! Alright. So, I need to adjust my preseason roster because I'm going to go all out against NetEasy in the next round. I promised him we'd go all out with our starters and stuff. Alright, but that's going to do it for tonight's stream. Thank y'all for sending Amiibo. Thank y'all for participating in this Squad Strike Draft League. We will be continuing the preseason most likely tomorrow, I believe. Either tomorrow or Saturday. But let's finish this. I don't know the right way to finish this live stream, but yeah, thank y'all. I still don't have an outro screen or an intro screen, so just enjoy the Pikmin. Blue Pikmin spins around like 3 more times.